Hey folks, welcome back to Indaba Africa. This is Chris once again. Well, it's Sunday, September 6, 2020, and what's today's topic? An advertising campaign that went awry for Clicks South Africa, the largest drugstore company in South Africa. Clicks, quite a big holding group with over $2 billion in annual sales, has got themselves in quite a pickle, and who other but the race merchants themselves, the economic freedom fighters under Julius Malema, their exalted leader, have come to the rescue to save black women in South Africa over what they term racist ads. Well, what are you talking about? The EFF has threatened to shut down by force all Clicks South Africa outlets on Monday, September 7th. By force. Is that a call for violence? Well, I'm sure that the ruling African National Congress will look the other way, as will the South African Police Service, the national force, will look the other way. But the political party gave a list of demands to Clicks South Africa to respond to within just 24 hours. Clicks did not respond to the political party's demands for it to change its corporate structure. And I'll talk about those demands shortly. But they said the following today, Sunday the 6th of September. The economic freedom fighters issued the following comment. We are issuing a new directive. Clicks South Africa, from tomorrow, September 7th, you must close all of your outlets in South Africa. Come again? What are we talking about here? A political party, which is not running the government or the country of South Africa, is demanding that a private entity close its businesses. Clicks, which employs at least 5,300 workers across the country, the majority of whom are black South Africans, is being told they must close. Now, why? What is this all about? Well, the EFF claims that Clicks has published a racist advertisement. This is on Friday, just a couple of days ago on the 4th of September. And they consider it a human rights violation. Well, an advertisement is a human rights violation. Well, we shall see. For their part, lots of black women in South Africa started a hashtag campaign called #ClicksMustFall. Why not? Everything else must fall in South Africa. Clicks and Tresemme, the hair care brand, for their part, have already issued apologies for the advertisement. Now, what are we talking about here? This was an advertisement that said not the nicest things about a black hair. And what I mean by that is Tresemme had an advert on Friday in which they depicted black women's hair as dry and damaged, as well as frizzy and dull. And this has started the latest row in which the economic freedom fighters, who have absolutely nothing to campaign on in 2021 for the municipal elections because they've accomplished nothing other than causing coalition government in Nelson Mandela Bay to fall. That's their only signature accomplishment since the last municipal elections. And the entire course of this COVID-19, what have they done? Absolutely nothing. Non-existent, disappearing. All we see are Floyd Shivumbu's sad, pathetic little home concerts in his den. That's all we see from the economic freedom fighters. But an opportunity to be race merchants and peddle racism once again. The economic freedom fighters step to the front. There you go, folks. So let me read to you what the economic freedom fighters have to say. So this is issued Sunday, 6th of September, 2020. The EFF calls for the closure of all Clicks stores in South Africa. The economic freedom fighters calls, well, there's kind of a subject-verb agreement challenge right there, but the economic freedom fighters call for the closure of all Clicks stores in South Africa in light of their unrepentant and pervasive racism over a single advertisement. Clicks participated in the public dehumanizing of black people through an advert which presented the hair of black women as damaged in comparison to white hair, which is described as normal, fine, and flat. The implications of this are that black identity exists as inferior to the identity of white people. It's an assertion that white standards of beauty are to be aspired to, and the features of black people represent damage, decay, and abnormality. This characterization is the founding stone of anti-black racism, and the EFF will not tolerate it. We had written to Clicks with direct demands in order to remedy their racist act and given them a 24-hour deadline to respond. Their response to our letter was nothing short of condescending and revealed a lack of remorse for their attack on the dignity of black people. We therefore call on Clicks branches to close and must only open on Saturday, 12 September. This is because we are of the view that they are not genuine in their apology, and the only way to make capitalists apologize and feel genuine remorse is for them to lose money. If Clicks does not close, our members in all our branches will shut down 880 Clicks outlets across the country from Monday, September 7th, 2020 to Friday, September 11th. All members and branches will receive direct communique from their regional and provincial structures on the way forward. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The economic freedom fighters, which has no attention, no value added during this lockdown, finds something it can latch onto and attacks the corporation and using the term they consider to be a derogatory term, capitalist, going after them for an advert. Well, it was Tresemme's advert. Of course, we can't see it because it was removed. Tresemme and Clicks, which put them in their stores, published an apology, but that's not enough for these clowns. So they expect the 5,300 plus workers, the majority of whom are black South Africans, to be put out of work and not be paid. Of course, they'll come back and demand that they be paid. So who are you, the economic freedom fighters? You classless asses. Would this be the same party that runs around and has massive public rallies in which they sing African songs, in which they chant, "Kill the Boer"? Yet you're concerned about racism. Would this not be the same party that famously its leader, Julius Juju Malema, ran around undermining the governance of the city, the metropolitan area of Nelson Mandela Bay, where Port Elizabeth is located, for well over a year, undermining its own coalition for which it was a member? It entered into a coalition with the Democratic Alliance, not because they shared common political goals of governance, but because its leader and its party sought corruption and an effort to undermine the Democratic Alliance and embarrass it. And it worked. And famously, Julius Malema ran around saying things like, "We will cut the throat of whiteness in Nelson Mandela Bay." How in the world is that not racist? Of course it's racist. It's also vile and disgusting. As are their demands as a political party, not ruling anywhere, not a governing party, simply a collection of buffoons who demand that a private entity shut down its business and put its workers out on the streets in the midst of the lockdown, no less. Never mind the fact that it's the country's largest pharmaceutical outlet in which millions of South Africans must go to get their medications on a daily basis. This does not seem to resonate with these buffoons in the economic freedom fighters. No, they prefer to demand because Clicks didn't answer their demands. Well, piss on you. Foot sec, economic freedom fighters. To hell with you. You're a bunch of bigots. And your bigotry is well known. Your behavior is reprehensible. Now, let's talk about Clicks, folks, and what's going on here and what should be done about this issue. So what's in play here, folks? What are we talking about? Well, EFF has called the advert from Tresemme racist. And it's brought up a list of historical issues which they believe to be relevant. Well, I would argue that a lot of black South African women have taken the right approach to this. And while many consider it offensive, they decided to promote something they don't find offensive, natural hair. So you see an awful lot right now of South African women, black South African women, who are posting on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, photographs of their natural hairstyles not infused with moisturizing products. And I say bravo for them. That's the right approach. Be proud of who you are. Stand up for who you are. And take offense at Clicks' ad, and it's not Clicks' ad, it's Tresemme's ad, but take offense at that if you like. There's nothing wrong with that approach. However, the EFF, once again, Julius Malema and his merry band of malcontents with their prison jumpsuits in Parliament are running around like a bunch of buffoons and raising issues and trying to racialize South Africa. Clearly, an advert that many people found offensive. That's fine, but not everything that's offensive is racist. And the distinction is lost on a lot of people, including the EFF. But the reason it's lost on them is because they want to use this as a way to gain relevance in the midst of the COVID-19 crisis, in which they are completely irrelevant. So for their part, Clicks' chief commercial officer, Rachel Wigglesworth, said the following: "We acted swiftly and immediately, removing the offending images which were provided by a supplier as part of the marketing campaign." So you see, this is an advert from Tresemme. And Clicks is the one taking the fall for it. Clicks issued the following on the 4th of September. "We have made a mistake and sincerely apologize for letting you down. We recognize we have a role to play in creating a more diverse and inclusive South Africa, starting with our website content. We know we need to do better and commit to ensuring our content better reflects this value." Well, there you go. And they've fed other things. But here are some of the responses that South African women have posted. So they said, at Clicks, they say, "My hair is not dull, frizzy, and damaged. My hair is beautiful." With question mark. Sebenzile. Good comment. Let me flex my dry and damaged, say hair. Underrated African YouTuber. Then there's many other. Hair that defies gravity. Ntasa, straight hair could never. That's true. I can't believe the big companies like Clicks, the beauty store, do not think black is beautiful, let alone black hair. I wear my crown with pride. Well, I appreciate those comments, but the point here is it's just utter silliness here. Of course, Clicks believes that black hair is important. They are full of shelves of Dark and Lovely, which are hair products made specifically for black women. To attack Clicks over this advert from Tresemme and to take offense is okay, but to attack them and call for the forcible closing of their stores, which is what the freedom fighters want, the economic freedom fighters want, is just sheer lunacy. Sheer lunacy, folks. This is inappropriate and wrong. They've apologized. They've removed the offending image. What do you want? You want them to suffer, their employees, to not have work, to not make money, to not be able to feed their families in the midst of COVID-19? Typical economic freedom fighter buffoonery. Now, Clicks was founded in 1968, and it's been listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange since 1996. That would be post-dispensation South Africa under the African National Congress is when they were finally listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. 2019 revenues for the group were over $2.32 billion, with over 5,300 employees throughout the group. And now the EFF talked about over 700 stores. I've gone to their website and found that they say they have 667 standalone stores in South Africa. Now there's other stores, and perhaps that's what the EFF is talking about. They may be boycotting or forcibly trying to shut down. But they also in Claire's, which is the little store with earrings and hair bracelets and things like that women and girls go to. Claire's, the body shops are franchised in South Africa under Clicks. And Musica, the music store, also belongs to Clicks. So are they going to shut down those stores as well? What is going on here? Well, folks, what you see here is the standard, typical racialization of every aspect of South African life. Clicks made an offensive ad that offended people. And to their credit, on the same day, they removed it and issued an apology straight away. But that's not good enough. So my question is, where is Julius Malema's apology for singing songs championing the murder of white South Africans? Kill the Boer. Where is his apology for that? Let alone prosecution for crimina injuria or for inciting hate in South Africa. Where was the South African Human Rights Commission when Julius Malema ran around singing Kill the Boer? Where was the South African Human Rights Commission when Julius Malema threatened to cut the throat of whiteness in Nelson Mandela Bay? Or the dozens of other times we've heard him racialize society in South Africa. Not to be heard, not to be seen. This is a stunt by the economic freedom fighters. Ban Clicks? No, folks. Ban the economic freedom fighters. Remove Clicks? No, folks. Remove the economic freedom fighters. A bunch of malcontents who are intent on perpetually racializing South Africa. And bravo to the black South African women who stand up for their natural hair and say there's nothing wrong with it. They should be proud of it. Well, I agree. If you're content with your hair, you should be proud of it. You should be happy about it. And if you're proud of natural hair and you don't use hair products, and you take offense to Tresemme's ad, I'm with you. I'm with you. So show them up. Show them what your hair products you don't use and how your hair looks. Post your social media stuff and stand up and be proud. There's nothing wrong with that. But shut down Clicks, ban Clicks, nah. Piss off, Julius Malema. Fotsec, stop your nonsense. Grow up and be an adult. Stop being a man-child. And your party should do something relevant for South Africans, not seek to divide. Well, folks, if you found this video to be interesting or appealing in any way, or controversial, or whatever the case may be, and you're not a subscriber to Chris White Africa, I ask that you take a moment to push the subscription button right down there. YouTube is shadow banning a lot of folks and removing their content and their subscribers. If you're already a subscriber and you see that you're not subscribed because someone unsubscribed you, feel free to resubscribe to the channel. It costs absolutely nothing. You're welcome to leave comments behind. Abusive comments will be laughed about, screen captures made, and you'll be the subject of a future, smart aleck video about people with offensive comments. Finally, I ask that you smash the like button because likes drive viewership. And thank you for your patronage. And be angry at Clicks, but really be angry at Tresemme. It's Tresemme's ad, but Clicks probably should have caught this and realized it was insensitive and not posted it. But nonetheless, be proud of your hair and stand up for your natural hair. But don't abuse clicks for this. Take care, folks.